Greetings, everyone. This is Pablo Lewis, your host, your friend, your coach. Today, Monday morning here, 7:07, 7:05, and it's 8 p.m. Eastern Time in the US. And I'm here with one of my newest, dearest friends and one of the most glowing success stories so far from the May-June Profitable Practice Academy, the one and only Bunmi Damaraja. Bunmi, welcome, my dear friend.
Welcome. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Pleasure's all mine. So tell us about the incredible results you've had so far. Tell us exactly what you did, what happened, and how is that making you giggling like a little happy girl for the past few days?
Well, I followed your instruction. I put the ask question in the group that I've been chatting with and putting my insights, in there. And to my surprise, within a day, I'm like seeing 81 responses. And I couldn't believe what I was seeing, you know, and people were actually, responding genuinely about, their pain point. And really, the question is so simple. Your number one pain point, that is making you not having a good life. And it's amazing to see those kind of responses. And that really gave me an idea of exactly what I need to address first. And that is all from your teachings.
Well, you know, yes, thank you. I appreciate that, but it takes two to tango. I can take it to the, just like they say, you can take the horse to the water, but you cannot drink for the horse. I can tell you, let's go to the gym, let's do this exercise, but I cannot do this for you. Just like here, I told you what to do. I showed you what to do, and you know
Yeah,
what? You did it. And I wasn't surprised that it was getting resolved because this works when done the right way. So you said 81 replies in 24 hours. That was Thursday night of last week,
that's correct.
July 3rd, if I'm not
Uh,
mistaken, of the long
July
weekend. In the US, it's
10th.
the July 4th long weekend. And now by Sunday night, July 6th for you, Monday, July 7th here. What's the tally by now?
I just checked it, 161.
Wow. And you said, for fairness sake, you said about 40 of those are your replies, which I understand. So even 120 people raising their hand, responding to your question, and responding not just with a one-word answer, but a real meaningful reply.
Yes,
That's,
yes, all meaningful.
yeah. So how does that make you feel now?
It makes me feel that, yes, this works, really works. And what actually made me say, okay, let me, sometimes we feel, oh, we know this. Does it make sense? Things like that. You are not sure because you've never done, something like that. But then what made me said, okay, actually, not even just this ask question, even the whole academy is like, I remember a few years back, someone told me that when you are here, when people are telling you things, the person you want to listen to is someone who has done it. So, and that was the one of the reasons why after the challenge, I was like, let me continue. Let me sign up for this academy. And with the academy during the academy, I was like, yes, I'm here to learn from people who've done it, and I'm going to go ahead and listen to them. No, put my ego and everything aside. And then that, okay, if I follow them and I'll see where this will lead me. So when you said, do that ask question, I didn't hesitate, even though I wasn't sure, will I get anything? How am I supposed to do this? How would they feel? Or things like that. I was like, let me just do it. I did it and I saw what I saw and was like, wow, it's good to listen to someone who's done it.
Thank you. Yes, indeed. You said it perfectly. Putting your ego to the side. And that's one of the reasons that has made you so successful so far and starting now on the right path, is that you're not only, just like I said, this will work as long as you're coachable and can follow basic instruction. You've been doing that to a T. And one thing that we all need to do is put our ego to the side, because obviously we need to do things a different way, because what we've done so far may not have worked. So in order to achieve that, to win, we need to look at a different way. And that's why I am so delighted and also positively surprised, yet not surprised at all, because again, you're doing what you're supposed to do, putting your ego to the side and implementing what I've been showing you, and it's no surprise, it's actually working. So well done,
Yes.
well done, well done. But also one thing I want to hear your thought about, now that you have this 120 people and more and counting coming to you, opening up their heart to you, that must give you a tremendous amount of responsibility, because
Yes.
you have the lives now literally wanted and trusting them, they're becoming vulnerable, telling you what they really, and this publicly, what's really the number one pain point. Now you see the tremendous impact of what you're doing. It's not, as I say always, and everything I do, make your business not transactional. It's not about your knowledge. It's not about your time. It's about transformation, even more so, especially what you've been blessed with, the gift you've been blessed with. It's life-changing, and even family savings. And when you do family saving, and when you do that, then it becomes the most amazing, rewarding, and widely profitable business.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that, on the responsibility now that you have, that these people have entrusted you with basically the deepest pain point?
To be honest with you, after reading all the comments, I feel more empowered, to help them, because I, I'm like seeing what I went through. And here I am, I can really, it's almost like, they entrusted them, their emotions
Yes, publicly.
to me.
Yeah,
Yes. And someone they don't even know,
yeah,
you know, and I'm really ready to do everything that I can, to help them.
absolutely. And also, another thought came to mind. When you're seeing all these people coming forward, opening up their heart to you with something very personal like that, does that in a way make you now understand what a beautiful gift it was for you to go through what you went through?
Yes, actually. Yeah, I've always believed that, the reason I went through what I went through is because there's a purpose for me. And like mentioned to you before, if I wasn't in this country, I would have been dead. I won't be alive now.
Hey, put that in your marketing. Use that.
Okay.
Seriously.
Yeah. And I'm serious. I won't be alive now. And the different things along the way that actually put a pause in what I was doing, where I was, to make me actually, it's almost like, someone says, I've been talking to you, you are fully not listening. And then you see how you know how your parents will say, I've been talking, you're not listening. Now I'm going to pull your ear to listen. That was actually what happened to me.
Wow.
And I had to now sit down and fully listen. So I know that, the gift is not just a gift for me, it's for many.
Full circle. Yes. As I always
Yes.
say, we all go through a fair share of pain, trauma, abuse, tragedy, betrayal, heartbreak, struggles, disease, sickness. Yes, it hurts a lot when you go to that. But then that becomes your story. Then your story becomes your gifts. And then finally, your gifts become your duty and responsibility to share them. Because again, our gifts, Bunmi, and you've said that beautifully, are not meant for us to be kept. Our gifts are meant to be shared. First, we need to embrace them and accept them loud and proud. for what they are, truly gifts, not curses, and then share them even louder and prouder. Not with the world, but with your Bunmis, my payments, the people that are going to that right now. Full circle. So beautiful, beautiful. So now that you've been having this tremendous breakthrough, what's next for you? How is that gonna impact your business and your life moving forward?
Well, to be honest with you, I have so many, it's opened up a lot of discussions that I need to have. And one of them, as I was reading those, I had to I write newsletters every month on
Okay.
LinkedIn. And I had to write that, had to do with stigma and shame. And, and this is based on what some of the things they were talking about and what I went through myself.
That's it.
So I had to write that. And I have not even told them in that group that I wrote that. But I think the time will come when they will know that, I'm listening to them and I'm writing what is important to them for people to see
Yeah.
and know. Maybe changes will start coming.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And I would recommend also when you write those articles, make a video version of that when you simply speak it.
Okay.
Just on
I will.
your YouTube, on your, just turn on your Zoom and just do a video about the same content of what you wrote to make it even more powerful. Because some people like to read, some people like to listen, some people like to watch.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
And in
I'll do
terms
that.
of business now, does that give you clarity as to what your program needs to be built around?
Yes, because now I know the number one pain point of what majority of the people have. And it's not just, like you said, the group that you're in gives you an idea what people's main problem is. So,
Mhm.
which tells me it's not just this group, it's actually
Oh yeah,
outside of the group.
for sure.
So now that is where I'm starting with.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the way it's looking like, not only it's building your foundation, your reputation at the same time, but also you will know exactly which people to help first. Because now that you have your program, you
Yes.
offer, just like I shared with you inside the academy, you will be able to get clients lining up for you
Yeah.
because you've done the building up, the homework, built the solid foundation. Because again, this will work as long as you do it the correct way. It's not a matter of going to any random Facebook group and making a post. If you haven't built the reputation and the goodwill, you will get kicked out right away, or people will completely ignore you. But if you take the time to first help, provide value, be of service, and ask a sincere question,
Yes.
people will see the sincerity and will come forward, just like they've come for you. And I wouldn't be surprised that by the end of, I would say, midweek, it's going to be way over 200 people.
Yes, because that group, there's a lot of people in that group.
Yeah,
A lot of people in that group.
exactly. Well done, well done, well done. Well, now you know what to do. Now you've been given a tremendous responsibility. And as I said, yes, I'm cheering for you, your family, your loved ones, God are cheering for you. But the most important people cheering for us, Bunmi, your future clients. We're waiting for you. Say, come on, stop. It's playing small. Stop getting in the way. Stop overthinking. Time for you to step up, embrace your
Yeah,
gifts, because we need you. We're waiting for you. And these people, we cannot afford to let them down.
exactly.
I want you to remember that always when you wake up in the morning, they should be, at least for me, they are my main focus. Helping those
Yes.
people.
Yeah. And you know what? The thing is, I remember a few years back, like I think it was around 2017, I started an advocacy, a campaign, on liver health, but it was after COVID
Mm.
that that kind of dissolved. And I remember during the few times that we went on like the medical mission and things like that, those people that we saw, they are still in my head till now.
Reach out to them, reconnect, or
Oh,
start this group.
yes. So that's what I'm getting
Mm.
back to. That's actually the reason why the podcast makes a big difference
Big time.
because this is something that is global.
Yes. Simply go
So,
to them and invite them on your podcast. That's the best way to
yes,
reconnect, rebuild connection, and make even deeper connections with them.
yes, yes.
You're sitting on a diamond, not even gold, but diamond mine, my friend. I can see you passing seven figures within a year. Not even six, seven. So
You know, I look at it as for as long as I'm helping this, the reward is coming. And, I try not to look at that part, even though it has, you have to, I mean, you have to, but but the people's life that are going to be changing means a whole world to me, a whole
absolutely,
world.
absolutely. You're changing lives. The moment your business literally changed lives, that's the moment that you've built a beautiful, impactful, and widely profitable business and very rewarding. It's not just a matter of selling as many of those items or whatever courses. No, it's about actually making an impact, making people improve their lives, you know, whatever way that is. And you're actually doing that.
Yes.
So, wow,
And I want to thank you.
but for mine,
Thank, yeah. When sometimes when you are not sure, this is what you need to do, but you're not sure. And
yeah.
that's what's been happening because I know that it's not really just like Facebook.
Mhm.
I know that what I have and what I need to do needs something, this kind of platform.
Yes, 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 yes.
But, I wasn't sure exactly, how I will go about doing it, where I will be heard. But after your class, your academy, I am more certain, more excited, and I can wait to see where this is going to land.
Oh, absolutely. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful. I'm really excited. I thank the universe to have connected us to Beverly. And
Yes.
yeah, now you know what to do. Just make it happen.
Yes.
You have a license now to go and change lives, save
Yes.
families, and in the process, print money.
Yes. Because that's going to help a lot. It's going to help a lot. And now I can see, the study that I'm trying to do. I can pretty much kind of envision what's going to happen with that now.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now just double down, triple down, 10 down, whatever. You
Yeah.
keep, well, you just do it. You know what to do. Be
Yeah.
relentless. Now that you have a mission, a purpose, and just share your gift. That's all you have to do. Share your story, speak from the heart of how you overcame whatever you had to go through. It's not rocket science.
Yes.
You do that.
Honestly, I'm not even, before I was a little bit ashamed, and scared, to talk about it. Now, I mean, now I talk about it. I talk about it.
Absolutely. Ashamed of what? Scared of what? The people that might, slander you? Who cares? Let them do it. Don't
Yeah,
focus on those that you will change their lives.
that's what I am doing now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing now. So, yes.
Listen, I'm super proud of you, super happy, and I can't wait to see you being on the news for the good reasons and seeing you. I see a bright, very bright future for you with this. And I'm not trying to be nice, and this is not a compliment, it's an observation.
Thank you.
Very welcome. And hey, listen, go be the change maker that you came here to be,
Thank you.
the catalyst or whatever you want to call it. People need more Bunmis like you, people that are making the world a better place, one person, one Bunmi at a time.
Yes. Yes.
We can't change the world, but for one person, we can change their world. And you're doing that, or you're changing it for one person, and even more so for a family at a time.
Exactly. Exactly. Yes.
So awesome. Speaking of academy, how was the academy and what you learned to it? How big of a factor that was in order for you to get the clarity, the breakthroughs, and the amazing success that you're experiencing now?
Oh boy, that's a big one. Because before I got into the academy, I knew what I needed, not fully. How to go about doing it was the thing. But your academy, I've always said, I love the fact that it's not a big where you have like 200, 250, 200. I like the fact that you have these small groups. That way, we're able to, you're able to actually help individual person
Yeah.
kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like you're doing a one-on-one, you know, that we turn out to be like friends and someone you can actually pour your heart to.
Yes.
And you say, this is how I love that how you're doing it. And this is something that I'm going to take with me.
Remember what?
Because the big book really, you're
Yeah.
not really not gaining much.
Remember what I said since the beginning? Build your business the way you wished existed when you were
Yeah.
starting. Build it, ultimately build it for you. And that's not being selfish. That's being because you want to be able to be at your best so you can help as many people as possible. And this is one of the
Yeah.
reasons I keep my classes small in numbers.
Yes.
I want to be able to help and serve you at the highest level. And for that, it has to be a small class, 5, 10 students at a time. That's the sweet spot.
Yeah. One of the guys that you said we should watch his video, Russell,
Okay.
there was the one, I think it was one video you told us to watch, and I remember him saying that he wanted to sell his business,
Okay.
but he loves what he does. So instead of him selling the business, he's going to now have someone else run it so he can do exactly what he loves doing. And that kind of resonates with me a lot. And that is something that, I'm taking with me. I was like, boy, I'm glad Payman, asked us to watch this.
Well, you're very welcome. You know, it's one thing for me or anyone else to tell you, to show you and suggest what to do, but ultimately you have to do it. You have to take action for it. And if you don't do it, well, guess what? You're not gonna get anything out of it.
That's true. That
Like,
is
give
true.
yourself, give yourself the pat on the back, the credits, because you actually made it work, took the action. You can even have Tony Robbins come sit beside you. Elon Musk come and tell you what to do, but if you don't do it,
Yeah.
any result.
Yep, that's true. That is true.
Well done, well done. Full credit goes to you. Maybe 0.5% to me, but 95.
Ah,
Okay, 51% to me, 49% to you. I'm joking.
no, I mean, you, you see, now I'm saying this not because that I'm here. And it was actually your demeanor, the kind of person you are, that actually brought me to the challenge.
Mhm.
Because when I saw you, at first, when I saw that, I was like, maybe another one. I was actually about to click it off. Then when I heard you talking, that I took a pause. And then I just sat there. I forgot about everything else I was doing. I just sat there listening. And I was like, you know what? This guy sounds like a genuine person. Sounds like someone that is for real.
What part was it that made you stop? Was it other than my beautiful shiny hair? What part was it that made you say, "Oh, I need to listen to this guy"?
The first thing that got my attention was when your story. When you told me about your story, I was like, wow. I said, boy, me thinking I wish I was dead. Why am I alive?
Oh, that part. Okay, yes.
This is someone else saying the same thing. If he could be telling his story, being vulnerable to tell his story, who am I?
Mm,
Then I started thinking, then I sat there, I was just listening to you, and he was like, no, this is someone that I really need to listen to and hear more. That was when I started thinking, oh my God, you know, I can't take, I cannot take this precious gift
mm,
that I have, I can't take it to my grave. There are so many people. I need to attend this challenge.
yeah. Well,
But there was something genuine about you that just it just drew me closer. And I was like, no, I need to attend this. This guy seems for real.
thank you. And one thing that makes it the best way to be seen as genuine by simply sharing your story, speaking from the heart. That's what I was doing. I was not trying to recite something I memorized or saw on YouTube just the night before. Someone else's story. No, it's just my story. That's all you
Yeah,
have to do. Share your story, speak from the heart, be authentic, be genuine, and the right people will resonate with it. That's all you need. You don't need to walk, but the right people. Just like you
and
resonated with me when I was about considering checking out, because you went through that. So, wow, this is me. It spoke to you, to your heart, to your soul.
yeah,
That's all we have
yeah,
to do.
yeah. It was a wake-up call for me that no, Bumi, you need to get there.
Mm,
Do what you have to do.
beautiful. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you did. Glad you listened to your gut feeling, to your hunches, and you took action. Well done.
Thank you.
Very welcome. The July Academy is kicking off tomorrow night, Monday night. What message do you have for anyone who's sitting on the fence right now? Sorry,
Well,
yeah, the July Academy. Yes, sorry, yeah.
what I would say is they attended the challenge for a reason,
Yes.
and they need to continue the course because the course really gives them the depth
Mm,
of what they need to know to go to the next level. They can't shortchange themselves after that challenge. The challenge already gave them a lot, but if they really, really, really want to get into the deep way of how they can get to the next level, that challenge means a lot. And those who have already, signed up for the challenge need to put their ego aside
that's big, huge, yeah.
and just listen and follow through. That is the main thing. Just even if they are thinking, is this really for real? Believe me, I had that thought myself at the beginning, but then I kept thinking, no, this guy, they know what they're doing. They've done it before. So Bumi, take that out and follow through. And I'm glad that I did that. That's what they really need to do. Do the assignments, do the action steps, and by the end of the academy, you'll be happy you did.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Beautifully said. So now that you've been to the academy. Was that a good investment of both your time and money?
I was telling my husband, I said, I'm so glad I took the academy. I said, you know what? What I have gained and what the academy cost me, they are two different things. I've gained more than what I'm paying for.
Are you getting at least a 10x or a Y on it?
No, I'm get more than 10x.
Wow.
Because yes, think about it, even after the academy, you're still there, you're still helping. A lot of
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
after something like that, they're done. They have moved to someone else. I'm still getting the help.
Yeah.
Think about it. I mentioned about what went on in the group. I'm still getting advice.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't even charge me for that.
Do you want me to charge you for it?
Oh, no.
No, even if no.
But I'm just saying
Yeah,
that if people go to other
yeah.
academies, no. After that, that's it.
Mhm.
So I've got more than 10 times what I'm paying for. Yeah.
Beautiful. So speaking of that, how much would you value what you're getting so far? Give me a ballpark number. And as before at this stage, and I'm sure you're gonna get way bigger, way more as time goes on. But for now, as of today, July the 6th, for you, how much?
Honestly speaking, as of today, what I've gained so far, I'm gonna say 50.
50 what?
50K, 50 grand.
$50,000?
Yeah. And I'll tell you why. Because I've paid for some classes, coaching. We're talking about maybe 15 minutes,
Mm,
half hour, and
wow.
they're not cheap.
Oh, yeah.
They're not cheap.
Mhm.
So if I'm getting what I got from this academy, yeah, plus more. Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, and I need to readjust my prices because yes, they're way too low for now. But I keep it that way for a reason, to make it affordable for the people that need it the most. Because again, I built it the way I wished existed when I was starting 5 years ago. I was completely depressed, lost, broke, and suicidal. At the time, I didn't have $10,000, $20,000. I didn't even have a credit card to buy my first microphone. My sister bought it for me. Even the domain leaderswithheart.com, which is only $10 a year, I couldn't even buy it because I didn't have a credit card. But by the grace of the Lord and this, my family, I've been able to get back on my feet and be able to achieve the life of my dreams.
Yeah. The sky is the limit for you.
I used to believe that, but then I realized, wait a second, the sky starts right here, where your head ends. If that were the sky, that's a pretty low sky. There's no sky, there's no limit.
There's no limit.
You know?
The sky keeps going, so there's no limit.
Maybe the sky is a bit higher for you because you have what? A little bit hair here, for you. Some of it for me is straight here.
I'm talking about up.
Oh,
It is.
I'm just being silly, But listen, Bunmi, absolutely pleasure, honored that I've been able to help you bring first identify your gift and then share them loud and proud, not with the world, but with your world, with your Bunmis, because to them, it's going to be their world. And that's all we need
Yes.
to do. So keep shining your light, keep blessing the world, your presence, your impact, your gifts, your beautiful smile, your warm smile, and also always remember, you yourself, Bunmi, you're a beautiful gift. So keep on giving, sharing that gift.
Thank you.
Very welcome.
Thank
Have
you.
a
Always a
fabulous
pleasure.
rest of your weekend. Take care and God bless, my friend. Take care. Cheers.
Thank you.